Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time and joining the Levinson and Associates weekly webinar trainings. It also happens to be Positive Tuesday, so a great day, I hope, for everyone. We're going to go over some very unique, innovative technology that will help change your business, okay? Especially selling during the pandemic. Obviously, we're all forced to sell over the phone and online, and we have to come up with quick answer solutions, rates, product information, literally at our fingertips. Because sometimes when you have to call the prospect back with information that might be too late, where let's say you're working our lead program and another agent gets in the door, obviously you don't have the time to waste. You want to be able to bring up solutions, take an application either over the phone or online, and close a deal. So this technology and software has to do with exactly that. And the reason why you've seen some of our marketing, and it always says this is not only for annuity agents, but for life, health, P&C agents. We have some banks and financial institutions that also work with us. But the reasoning behind all of that is if you've never even written an annuity before, this is a great tool that's easy to use and understand, because to be honest, what's happening if you're not selling and marketing annuities, your existing life or health or P&C clients are buying annuities, just not from you, okay? And the way I look at this is, why not? You should be proactive in every email signature or marketing piece. At the bottom, it should always have a picture of, you, Bill Levinson, and it should always say life insurance, annuities, health insurance, critical illness, living benefits, etc. Because when the conversation comes up, and let's say the local annuity hotshot agent gets their message in front of your client, they need to remember, hey, wait a minute, Bill Levinson, who I have an existing relationship with, he also sells annuities, so why not bring this back to Bill, right? We love Bill and he loves us. We have a great relationship. So you need to be proactive and get the word out to your clients. You already built the relationship, so why not? And why refer the business outside to another annuity agent, right, where you're, let's say, getting a referral fee or a marketing fee, whatever the case is, when you could be making the full commission, and it could be 3, 4, 5, 10%, depending on the product. We're talking about commissions that are, $5,000, $7,000, $20,000, depending on the amount of the deposit. So anyway, why not you? I think that's the message behind today's presentation. Even if you're an annuity veteran, you've been in the space for 42 years, and you know every single product and carrier, you're also going to walk away with some great nuggets of information. This tool is going to help you as well. So a little bit for everyone, okay? And I promise you, even if you've never sold an annuity before, with this software, and this isn't just an infomercial because we don't make any money with this program. This is free, in fact, for you. Lots of value just for you, okay? But my point is, if you've never sold an annuity before, with the help of Josh and Ashley, our annuity team, they'll give you everything you need to go out and make the sale. So leverage these resources. Everything is available to you through Levinson and Associates. So take advantage and get the word out. Now, what's also unique, I'm going to shift gears for a second. We did have another program. I'm not going to mention any names because some of our competitors now are marketing the old platform we were using. The problem with that platform is they were charging a monthly fee to all of our agents. So we had to set a minimum premium in order for Levinson to pay for the program. So with our new platform, with Annuity Rate Watch, if you're an active Levinson agent, it's free. There's no minimum premium requirement. You don't have to submit 17 apps and then you get it free. There's no small print, okay? It's free. So you're seeing this old platform that we had marketed by a bunch of our competitors, and they're saying, oh, this is the turnkey solution everybody's been waiting for. And be on the webinar Thursday to find out how the program could be free. Okay, then when you jump on the webinar and you ask the question, is it free? They say, sure, with $1 million of submitted annuity premium, right? Or if you write 17 applications on your 18th, yes, we pay for the platform, okay? But my point is, there is nothing that's 100% free with no minimum requirements, except ARW, Annuity Rate Watch, and this Levinson program. So we have rolled this out exclusively to Levinson agents, and that's what we're doing on today's call. I'm very excited about this. And if you have agents that work with you, bring this up to them as well. This is just another feather in your cap, and it will add to your value add proposition, right? The ultimate differentiator. This is the tools that you need to go out and be dangerous when A, selling, and B, recruiting agents to your downline. You need the value add. That's what brings the agents to you. So anyway, keep that in the back of your mind. What we're going to do today, we'll have the question of the day right at the end. So make sure you're paying attention, writing down notes, comments, questions. We want to hear from you. We also have the question box on the right-hand side. The question we're going to ask today has to do with something we're bringing up on today's slides. So please write down notes. Plus, I want you to remember these nuggets. So in a week or two or three, when most people forget everything they're going to learn today, not you, you're going to remember, and hopefully you'll make a new sale because of this 1 hour training today. Okay, without further ado, I want to jump right in. We have Andy joining us from Annuity Rate Watch. He's going to give you the 100-foot overview, and hopefully everybody gets as excited as I am. Andy, you there?
I'm here. Thanks for that, Bill. It was great to hear that opening. Really excited to be working with you guys.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, us too.
Can you guys see my screen? Is it up here with the Happy Holidays?
Yes, we can. Perfect.
Excellent. Excellent. So just a little bit of background on Annuity Rate Watch. We've been tracking fixed annuities for over 20 years. We kind of pride ourselves in having the most robust system with all of the policy details right at your fingertips. So we get into every little granular piece of data that might be pertinent to the sale that you're working on within the given age, state, and premium that you enter into the system. So we'll begin here first by looking at what we call the Annuity Rate Watch dashboard. Now, the dashboard is the primary landing screen that you'll all land on. And what it's meant to do is just to give you a little bit of a heads up of things that are going on at the moment with annuities. On the left-hand side, we're seeing the top Maga products on the Levinson platform for each given rate guarantee period. So think of this as like your 7-day forecast, and what we're showing here is right now, the best 2-year Maga is the SILAC product, the best 3-year product is American Equity, and so forth by their rate guarantee periods. And again, this is not for your case design. This is just an overview to kind of let you know what's going on. In the center, you'll occasionally see some news by Levinson. They'll be posting things here that they want to bring to your attention, whether it be a training or something like this Happy Holidays that they want to reach out to you and just let you know what's going on. And occasionally you'll also see some Annuity Rate Watch posts here. And we just keep it simple with just little training videos. So, maybe you forget how certain functions work. You can click on that and you'll be able to look at a couple of quick videos to guide you through the system. Over on the right-hand side, we have upcoming rate changes. Now, being in the middle of the month, there isn't a heck of a lot going on. We only have 3 carriers that have upcoming rate changes occurring. So there are things in the future that will be moving. And right now, Integrity looks like they're dropping their 3-year point-to-point JP Morgan strategy down on their participation rate. So that's what's going on there. So it gives you a heads up. If there are rates changing to the negative, it might be a reason to get that app going and get that business in before that rate is decreased. So that is the dashboard. Now, to go and actually do some case design work, go look up rates and product information, you're going to want to go to these menu bars at the top of the screen. Each product has its own drop-down. So we have the Maga products, traditional fixed products, fixed index products, and Speas. So the first place we'll go to, though, is the Maga products. And you'll see that you have several items here. And that's because these are different grid layouts. Our whole system has been built in the past 20 years based on our clients' feedback. And so it's completely user preference which grid you'd like to look at to receive the information. So I'll click on this first one. Anytime you see these load bars, the most up-to-date information that's in our database is getting pulled. So in the moments that we've been speaking since we looked at the dashboard, there may be new rates input and they'd be displaying on the screen. So what we see here is our most traditional view of MYGA products. They are grouped in rate guarantee periods ascending. So we have the 2-year rate segment, which SILAC currently is the only company offering a 2-year MYGA. And then we get the 3-year grouping of products with the best yielding product at the top of its given rate guarantee period. So right now, there's that American Equity product that we saw on the top MYGA pod, displaying first here with 2.4. If you click on any of these products' names, you'll get this pop-up. And this pop-up is populated with information from the carrier's specimen, contracts, disclosures, highlight sheets, any place we can get the information to have these completely robust, filled out profiles. We track everything from surrender charge variations to maximum issue age variations to premium bonus variations. The whole system is organized around the ability to search exactly for the products that are available for your given case you're designing. And so here we see right on the policy notes, we're describing the rate reductions for riders, which is unique to SILAC, that you bolt these on, and we give you what those reductions are in these policies. So we can click on rates. Those are the current rates. There are no riders because this is a MYGA product. There are a couple carriers out there with income riders on MYGAs, but they're very few and far between. Then we have withdrawal provisions. So these are the complete descriptions as taken directly from the carrier's literature. Your free withdrawal provisions. Any state-specific items will be located here. Some carriers will have a litany of state variations that you might want to be aware of, especially being in Florida, as I'm sure you all know. And your rate histories. These are all printable as well. So they'll print up with the Levinson logo and colors and any of the filters that you've applied. So we also have a featured product. So this is a featured and highlighted product by Levinson, and they're wanting to draw your attention to it. So that's an example there. All these lists are also printable with the print list button. And we have this all-important search string up here. So right now I'm just rendering the whole grid as what is available on the Levinson platform. But if you're working on a given case, you're going to know the state, the premium, and the issue age at minimum. Maybe rating we might want to look for, MVA and ROP. We'll leave those alone. But let's pull up 5-year guarantee products. So here's the rate guarantee dropdown. We do a search. And you'll notice at the top of the screen, we have these bubbles here. So these bubbles are telling you of what we're looking at. So we click on the product profile. So here we go. We have the California and Florida version of the Sentinel product. So just as a heads up, this is a great instance that always rely on these filters. They're going to make sure you get the right version of the product pulling up that's available to your client. So Florida, super important for that. We have the basic information on the grid, by the way. As you can see, rating, max issue age, minimum premium. We cover all the bands of premium, of course, and that's why putting in the premium is important. When you see this circle, that just means there is that 30-day renewal period at the end of the guarantee period, and it's indicating that if no action is taken, it will automatically go into another duration as outlined by your state. And all the states handle that differently, and that will be in the policy notes. Just to look at some other grid layouts, we can go to MYGA top rates, and we just see more products on the given screen at one time, so it's more condensed. It's just using the screen more efficiently. And we can hit clear search to get rid of those bubbles. So clear search is your friend. Anytime you want to go and navigate and maybe look at other products for another client, always hit the clear search, and it erases the grid and starts you clean. We then have the detail sheet, so back to those drop downs. Yet again, another layout. And I personally don't use this very often, but I probably speak with a client who uses it at least once a month. And so what this does is it takes some of the policy provisions and it puts them on the viewable screen. And this is really handy when maybe you've rounded down to 4 or 5 MIGAs that you might be looking at, but you want to have an overview of features. This is a great grid for that. This drop-down is a pick list, by the way. So just as a heads up, if you want to really reduce to specific carriers, you can do so with the pick list. Further down, we have the featured MIGA grid. So these are the products that Levinson is highlighting at the moment. So we got that Platinum Assure and the Guarantee Shield. And then we have the MIGA search. So this search is located on each product type's dropdown. And what it really is, it's just another way to get to this button here, Advanced Search. And this is where we can get extremely granular, and we can also get very broad. And I say that because basically this is a more powerful search. For instance, I did a 5-year rate guarantee period, so it was only rendering 5-year products. Well, what if we wanted 5 years or less? We could render all the products that are 5 years and less. We can look for specific waivers of withdrawal down here with these checkboxes and certain free withdrawals that are permitted, whether we only want products that at least have a 10% free withdrawal in the policy, and then in the first year we want access or we don't want access. It's just yet another way to slice and dice your searches up. And we'll hide that search. And lastly, we have our side-by-side comparison. So maybe you don't want to look at the list format. Maybe you want to present something that has 3 or 4 products laid out across the screen. You can use this side-by-side builder. And you just keep on grabbing more products to lay out. And you're captive to about 4 or 5 products. Otherwise, you'll start running out of space on the screen and space on the printable PDF that's right here. So these are all printable when you create it in this format as well. Next, we'll go to the traditional fixed products. So these are the products in which the issue interest rate does not run the full duration of the surrender chassis. So these are those traditional fixed products. This grid orients itself in surrender charge period descending. We have the surrender charge column, so that's the chassis that it's on, 10-year period products here. And then we have the guarantee that we indicate. 1-year rate guarantee on a 10-year chassis, and that begets 2 separate values that we display on this screen, which differ from that MIGA grid. And that is, we display the current yield, which is if this product keeps its issue interest rate for the full 10 years, which is 1.8, including the bonus, it will yield 2.29. However, if after that first year guarantee, it goes down to its guaranteed minimum interest rate for years 2 through 10 for the rest of the chassis, it will yield 1.57. So we show 2 values on this grid. It is the current yield and the guaranteed yield to surrender. So guaranteed minimum yield, if you will. Worst case scenario. So we get these 2 different values. And so the layout is very similar to the MIGAs for the rest of the information. We have the detail sheet. We have the featured fixed grid. We have that advanced search and the side-by-sides yet again. Now, the next segment we go to are those fixed index products. They don't have per se, quote, issue interest rates. They have their issue fixed bucket, caps, spreads, and participation rate strategies. And because that's such a vast product segment, we have 2 unique grids that are very important to differentiate. We have the brief view, and we have products by account. And so the brief view is our attempt to keep a nice, solid, condensed grid that lists the maximum amount of viewable products per screen. So these are all the featured products for Levinson. And if we go to page 1, then we get to the general sort. And what we see are all the products grouped by their surrender chassis. And we're hiding the crediting strategies here. And we're doing that to get the most products on the viewable screen. And what this page is really designed for is using your state, premium, and age searches. We're going to render a nice list you can actually delineate, more than a dozen products right on the screen. And I'm sure you'll have some go-to products that you'll see appear and you'll be familiar with, and you can start on those sales concepts. So that's what we're trying to do with this grid, is give you a nice full list of what is actually available for the case design you're working on. And so on this grid, we have, again, rating, max issue age, minimum premiums, premium type. So we have flexible premium. We have what we call modified single premium FIAs, which can take premium 1 year or less. And definitely read the product provisions. Sometimes they'll take premium for a few months and sometimes up to a year. We have premium bonus if there is one available. We have the highest annual point-to-point cap of any index. So just take note, this is not S&P annual point-to-point cap. This is the highest cap on an annual point-to-point strategy, regardless of its index. So these are the highest annual point-to-point cap values within that given product. There's the traditional fixed strategy, our free withdrawals, surrender periods, and lastly, we have some basic income rider information. Fees, benefits, roll-ups. However, this information is not what you want to rely on that sale. Levinson does have access to our income rider quote, which you can send them an inquiry for. So if you go to this page, we'll look at it in a moment, you will be able to send an inquiry over to the team at Levinson, and they will create you a complete income rider quote. They won't be sending you just one value. They'll be sending you a full, robust breakdown on how that income rider is calculating and the income that it is generating for your client. So that's a very powerful tool, and I highly encourage you, if you're looking to sell the best income proposition for your client, Levinson's going to be able to do that for you. So engage with that inquiry form and they'll get a quote right over to you. And so from here, we're going to go to the next layer. So we did this basic overview and we found products we're familiar with for a given client with the state age premium search. The next grid is if you really want to drill down within the products. FIA, products by account, we are showing every single crediting strategy on the screen. Now, this can be a little bit overwhelming. If you were just putting your client's information in, you would have to endlessly scroll and mark down which product you were interested in. So that's why we built the brief view. But the power in this is that we're showing the issue rates on the top lines here. So we have the issue participation rate will be on the top line. The issue spread and the issue cap are all on the top lines of what we see here. So that's the issue cap on this NASDAQ monthly sum. It's 1.4. The minimum contractual cap is on the bottom. So all these bottom values are the minimum contractual values. So at the end of the given strategy period, that's the minimum or maximum value as far as spreads are concerned that they may reset to. And we do show rate movement right on the screen. So I'm just going to hop. Usually I don't have to do this. Sometimes we have them right up on the screen, but I think we saw that there were some changes for integrity. And so just for your information, all of the grids, the Maga grids as well, they will always expand and show the next upcoming rate date. So there's that reduction on our Indextra occurring. So just as an FYI, you will be able to render the grids and you will always see the upcoming rate changes with red arrows down, green arrows reflecting up. And so we'll clear that search and we get back to our default and we will do one more better. So if you have favorites for crediting strategies that you like to look for, we have a manual here that you can open. It's a PDF of what I'm going to show you right now. You can query the system and say, who has the best issue cap on an S&P 500 annual point-to-point cap strategy on the Levinson platform? And we can do that right here with these search bars. So we're interested in annual reset. We want that S&P 500 index selected. We want the calculation method to be point-to-point. We want there to be no averaging involved. a pure annual point-to-point cap. We can determine whether the product is for income or accumulation by whether an income rider is available. Income rider available, that's an income play. Income rider not available, that's an accumulation play. So when you're going down those different paths in how you're using your fixed indexed annuity. And we have to go one step further. And this makes sure that we get exactly what we want back. So we don't want anything that has a cap and a spread, and we don't want anything that has a cap and 50% participation. We want 100% participation. So we need to make sure the system is set to bring back any cap value with no spread and 100% participation. We can hit either search button, and this will look for that kind of hallmark in the industry, which is the annual point-to-point cap strategy. It comes back in its default alphabetical order. Any place on RateWatch, you can get the finger pointer on the header. It will sort that column. So whether it's alphabetical or by number, by value, you hit that header. So right now, the top annual point-to-point cap is that F&G product. However, there are so many more layers you would be adding while you're doing case design. This is just a carte blanche, look at the whole system search. So you could go down the line and really start scrutinizing things and just say, you know, that's on a 12-year product, and it also has a required income rider. So this is an income play. So that kind of relates to how they're getting you such a large cap, which is a good thing if you're looking for some performance in your product and income. So there's just ways to slice and dice this thing down. Maybe you can't sell the fee-based products that you see down here. If you can't sell those, we have a filter for that. Just go up to commission and say not fee-based. And that will just remove some of those. And you can continue to go down the list and, you know, maybe change it to the specific surrender period that your client's shopping. And it just really helps with discovery because you can kind of see the trade-offs and you can relate that and give that information to the client and explain to them. So, you know, if you trade off some surrender duration here, you'll get some lower rates, but we're on a lower duration. And if you want the higher rates, we might have a higher duration. And there are all types of sales concepts that I'm sure you all use in your daily practice. And again, our favorite thing to do is when we've done a search, hit that clear search and erase that grid and get your information back. And then we have these sorts. So these are other ways to group things: order by, group by, and lastly, when you see that kind of bullseye, that's a return to default. So we take our sorts out of there that we had. And so that's the FIA grid. And just so you see an FIA product profile, they look a little bit different because, of course, they're going to have more rates involved. So here are all the strategies and all the rates. Here are the minimum values. Here are the variations. So Allianz has many variations within their products. So here's an example of us listing out all the variations and the minimum guaranteed contract surrender value. And there's the rider information, withdrawal provisions. We got our state-specific withdrawals, free withdrawal information. And we have these lovely notes where waivers of withdrawal are not available. We say not in. State-specific, here are all the notes for state-specific information and rate history. And so that's the FIA grid. Now with Speas you can engage with really quickly. I'll kind of briefly go over this. We have the Spea Grid. This is covering basic offerings of Speas. It lets you know the states that are available and the minimum premiums that you can search. We are directly hooked up with a few carriers that you can actually run Speas directly to them. And that consists of American National, Protective, and Symetra. So you can actually run this here, and it will actually draw the values directly from the carrier. And you can collect the value you're interested in on the carrier PDF. So it's as if you went directly to their website and ran the PDF right off their site. So if you're submitting that business, you can actually use that form because it's actually the signed, sealed, and delivered carrier paper. Just another way to list products. You can list them completely by the company. That's a lot of products by AIG. Oh, what's going on here? I got to get out of my back button. There we go. Must be something with AIG, so I'll just take a little note. We want to make sure those things are fixed. And anytime you see an error, please forward on to either Levinson or RateWatch. We're always here, and we'll be right on it. All we do all day is go through product information and make sure this stuff is up to date. So feel free to reach out anytime you see something like that. So this is all of the products for American General. And then we have the rider quoting. So this is what I was referencing earlier. If you fill out this information, it goes directly to the folks at Levinson, and they will return to you a complete income rider quote for you to use. So I highly recommend this. This is one of our most popular products. Of course, looking at the rates are the primary focus, but this income rider quoting system, there isn't a larger one out there on the market. We do all of the income riders in existence. And lastly, we have a basic calculator just for FIAs where you plug and play caps and spreads that you want to put in. And so that's generally the whole system. If there's any questions, I'll open it up. I'll send it back to the folks over at Levinson.
Perfect. Andy, that was great. Joe, before we move forward, are there any questions that came in that we want to go over, or we can wait till the end?
Yeah, I don't have any so far, but if there are any, they can definitely be typed in, and we'll make sure to get them answered today.
Okay, perfect. Yes, any comments, questions? We want to hear from you. Obviously, the goal is to make sure that everyone is comfortable. And even if you have a question after the fact, we can always get Andy back on a call, or Josh or Ashley can answer 99.9% of everything that we just went over. So no problem with that. Okay, what I also want to show everyone real quick is the rest of the value add platform by Levinson, the Annuity Experience platform. And basically, it's all of the tools, resources, forms, e-apps, marketing material for consumers, for agents, pre-approved carrier material, basically everything in one spot, including our lead programs. It's on the Annuity Experience, and you can access this right through our website, okay? And it's so important that you get comfortable just basically moving around the annuity side of the website, because like I said in the beginning, when you're on the phone with a prospect who's hot and ready, you need to know where to go for what. And it's our job to make sure that our website's up to date and all of the greatest and latest marketing material, product information is all accessible right through levinsonassociates.com. And this is the Annuity Experience arm that's built into our main website. Okay, what I want to do next is introduce officially our Annuity Levinson team. We have Josh Hoffman. Most of you know Josh was on the home office side at the carrier level for over 26 years. So he worked in advanced case design. He helped create competitive annuity products. So again, he's a great resource for you all. He sits about 40 feet from me at the Levinson headquarters in South Florida. And then about a year ago, Ashley came on board, and she was also at the home office level and the IMO side for over 14 years. She brings a wealth of knowledge to the annuity department as well. And please, I encourage you, just pick up the phone and even say hello and wish them a happy holiday season, whatever. I just want to make sure that you're comfortable. So when the time comes, you need some information to bring up to a prospect, you're ready to rock and roll. That's the goal. And I tell everyone this, that, you know, it's like a big family here, okay? We encourage this. I feel like the energy shows that, you know, from the employees to our agents. I want everyone to be comfortable because, you know, let's face it, this is not an easy business, and we have to be there for you so you can go out and make the sale. And if you're not comfortable, then it's not going to be a win-win and everyone loses out. So please pick up the phone, say hello, and they will also do the same. In fact, they're going to call all of the webinar attendees on today's call. So make sure to say hello once again. All right, moving forward, I want to introduce Ashley. She's going to jump into some of our latest and greatest incentives and some really cool marketing stuff that you can start sending out as soon as this afternoon. Ashley, there?
Yes, thank you, Bill. So I just want to go over our incentives we have going on this month, and we do change our incentives for our agent every month. So for December, we do have a lot of things going on. Some of the things that do stand out are that if you write $100,000 in FIA business, you can earn $400 of bonus, or you can earn free leads that are valued over $1,000. So those are just a couple of things that stand out. And then also you can access our brand new annuity landing page and market it to 1,000 new prospects as well. So if you do write an application for $100,000, we do have a form you can fill out to be eligible for that incentive. And then, of course, after the business is placed and the free look is up, you will be eligible to get paid your bonus or either choose the free leads, which are valued over $1,000. And next, I just want to go over our new annuity lead program. On the left side there, you'll see you do get a great discount from us for these leads. These are pre-screened leads, and there is no minimum commitment. So I know a lot of other IMOs make you sign up for a monthly specific minimum order. You might have to order, let's say, 10 leads per month, automatic billing, and so forth. That's not what this is. This is just order as you go. You could order 1 lead to 50 leads, whatever you want to do. And these leads with other IMOs are priced anywhere from $250 to $350. And we do know of another IMO that even charges as far as $450. So this is a great opportunity to get decent leads for a very affordable price of $45 through Levinson. So you know, just reach out to us if you are interested in this. It usually takes around a week for you to get the leads to come in. And we're hearing, you know, positive feedback from our agents who are already part of this program. And lastly, on the right side, if you are interested in Agency Automator, please go to our site. You can watch a demonstrative video here that gives you an idea how it works. And if you already have it, give us a call and we can show you how to set up your annuity landing page. This does come with a new annuity section to it. So we do have an annuity landing page for agents to market. They can either market it through social media. You can do email campaigns up to 1,000 consumers per month. There's also pre-approved annuity marketing ads in here where you can send out email blasts to as many contacts as you want. And then, of course, if you write $10,000 per month in FIA business, you do get half off on the Agency Automator. So you would get $25 off per month. So give us a call. Like I said, if you already have this, we will show you how to make your annuity landing page go live so you can start marketing that side of your business immediately. So, and then lastly, I just want to go over an annuity case study here. This is just an example of the type of calls we get every day from agents. We had an agent call us. He was competing against another agent who had given the client an illustration showing she could get $12,000 per year in lifetime income. Now on here, we were able to take the information the agent had. The client was 80 years old with $157,000 in premium. And the client needed the highest income that she could get, especially at her age. She was on, limited income, so she was looking for the highest payment, as well as the agent too. So we were able to find National Western, their product called Income Outlook Plus 5. So we were able to get the client in a product that offered $13,155 per year for guaranteed lifetime income payments. So that agent went over that case he was able to beat the competitors' income of $12,000. The client was definitely happy with that she got over $1,100 more than what the original agent had quoted her. So Annuity Rate Watch helped us discover this for the agent so that he could get this case. So this is just another prime example of how important it is to use Annuity Rate Watch. So that is all, and I'm going to send it over to Joe.
Thanks, Ashley. I want to just dive in real briefly here to talk a little bit about, the Agency Automator for annuities. So, of course, Agency Automator is that CRM platform that we built from the ground up to help you market all sorts of life products, all sorts of critical illness, disability, you name it, hybrid products. We recently introduced a ton of new annuity marketing material into that platform. I want to show you real quick just kind of what that looks like on this screen. So you'll see all the different email templates inside of the private gallery. We've got everything, like I mentioned, from life products to long-term care, life settlement business, everything you can imagine. All those templates are already pre-designed and built into the platform for you, so you can start to email market and cross-sell across different product lines. So we're pretty excited about the introduction of all these new annuity templates. You can go right into that annuity marketing section, which is highlighted in yellow on the left-hand side, and then click through and kind of view all the different email templates. They're all customized with your information, your logo, your picture. It's a great way to kind of talk about new rates and new updates, especially in that annuity space. So very, very excited about that. Also, if you're not using Agency Automator right now, it's a really, really great tool, like Ashley mentioned, to uncover new prospects every single month. And there's 2 different databases inside the system. So kind of look at this as another lead source you can be tapping into on a monthly basis. You can either target the consumer database or the business owner database. The way this works is you actually go into the system, you pick a specific demographic. You can even pick a certain zip code range. So for example, I put in the office zip code, a 25-mile radius, and then you can drill down whether it's by business owners, industry code, occupation, or on an individual basis. You can look at age, maybe when someone's turning 65 or people turning 65 or 67 in the next 6 months. You can sort by income, by net worth, the value of their home. Get very, very, specific with all sorts of demographics, which really helps you kind of fine tune your marketing strategy. So if you're looking for new leads, whether it's on the life side, annuity, no matter what product it is, we have the ability to drill down and actually generate a specific marketing list that's going to have their email, their phone number, their physical address, all the information you need to actually go after that prospect and kind of market to them on a weekly basis. And the best part is, once you pull that list and then you send them those different emails, you will know in real time who opened your email, who's requesting more information. So a really, really powerful tool to kind of uncover some new prospects and new activity, especially in the annuity world. Also, keep an eye out. We do send out these annuity alerts that you'll actually get. This is what kind of an example of what the email looks like. The subject says Levinson Annuity Alert. If you're not getting these emails, we do send them out pretty frequently. Make sure to subscribe. Just email annuities@kerrylevinson.com. Ask to be subscribed to all the annuity notifications, and you'll actually start to get these updates on a weekly or bi-weekly basis to let you know what's going on in the annuity world. We often talk about rate changes, updates, new sales platforms, and webinars just like you're on today. Also, I do want to highlight a section of the annuity experience. This is your one-stop shop for everything annuity, whether it's looking at those different incentives or getting the quote engine or even looking at some sales software. One thing I want to highlight here, which we recently updated, was the Agent Sales Tool button, which really dives into different sales tools, presentations, tax tables, annual reviews, fact finders. There's a ton of information in here that you can grab in real time, and we're constantly updating it. So definitely make sure to check out that section of the website. I will be sending out an email this afternoon with links to access every one of these pages individually. And of course, the annuity training tab. Anytime we have some sort of annuity training, whether it's on the basics of how annuities work, or we have a specific podcast with some annuity sales gurus that kind of dive into new ways to uncover annuity business. They're always posted to this section of the website. So definitely check that out. I will include a separate link in today's thank you email. Just a ton of resources for you to dive in and kind of check out. If you haven't looked through that website, that microsite, definitely worth spending maybe 15 to 30 minutes just to kind of uncover some great information to help you really get more business and be a lot more efficient when it comes to writing that annuity business.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. So we're just about done. Then we'll have, of course, our question of the day just in time for the holidays with our giveaway. It could be very difficult, challenging right now during these times, especially since February. I have friends of mine that literally haven't left the house since February. I have other friends of mine that are even agents that are doing better than ever right now during this time. And, I feel that it's all about a positive mindset. If you know me pretty well, I'm all into the positive Tuesdays and, that good energy and always being in the right place of mind and just, keeping your right foot forward and trying to be positive all around. So obviously the Bill Levinson Experience podcast has to do with exactly that. And this was our last month's episode with Don Wilson, who is an awesome mentor, coach, not just in our industry, but business in general. And he also authored a book called What's Your Whoopee on Amazon. Brilliant guy, very positive. Check out this episode. And then what I also wanted to mention, so we bring in a third-party consultant, an annuity expert, an annuity industry expert that's, in my opinion, one of the top that I've heard. And we bring him in quarterly and we jump on these quarterly webinars. And what I did also a little differently is I brought Chris on our Bill Levinson Experience and we did a podcast with him as well. So my point is, if you want to learn even a little more about annuity sales, what's hot, what's not, you can check out that episode as well. I think you will love it. And if you haven't sold an annuity before, I think this will help you get comfortable. And like I said, if you're a veteran in the space, I think you'll also walk away with nuggets. That's my goal with all of this training material that we put together. So check it out when you can. Leave a comment on any of your favorite podcast channels, YouTube, our Facebook page, and we'll send you the free IUL prospecting book on me. Okay, so please share. We literally create all of this material and content because of our agent feedback. So it's because of you. And obviously, we want this bigger and better. So please reach out. Okay, agent training events, that's what you're on right now. We have some upcoming ones you can check out on the bottom. This one is a big one, opening doors to big ticket cases. We have a new software program similar to Annuity Rate Watch, but just for business owners that gives you free access to any business in a certain zip code, city, state. It's unlimited and it's free if you're a Levinson active agent. So anyway, we're going to dive a little deeper on the 10th, and I think you'll enjoy this as well. Mary Reed is going to be joining us as well, Thursday, 2 p.m. And then, of course, our Insure Me Now Direct platform, which is Amazon, right? For insurance products. We're going to talk about the latest and greatest updates. We have new products with higher limits that we're launching, and this is going to be awesome, okay? And just think about, me and Joe were talking about this earlier, think about Bezos and what he did with Amazon, right? And obviously he didn't know this pandemic was coming, right? And look how that has changed his business. Everybody is buying through Amazon right now. Christmas gifts, Hanukkah gifts, Thanksgiving gifts, birthday gifts, grocery shopping now, right? It's done through Amazon. Nobody leaves their house anymore or gets out of their office chair, okay? Everything is done with the click of a keyboard. So why not insurance, right? Think about it. Makes sense? So anyway, same mindset with Insure Me Now Direct. We have some awesome updates. I hope by now your free site is up and running and you're marketing this on your social media pages. Okay, please. It's very, very important for yourself because guess what? The younger family, breadwinner that's sitting home at 2 a.m., he or she is up late, a lot of stress, responsibility. They're running quotes online and they're buying policies. Why shouldn't it be from your site, right? Why not? Why not wake up at 7 a.m. and you have a new commission and a new policy that was sold on your site and you didn't even know anything about it? You just marketed your site on your social media page. That's it. Okay, that's how you need to think. Okay, I'm telling you, it's the future, and we're getting more and more products with higher and higher face amount limits. So take advantage of this stuff. Okay, moving forward here, just about done. My favorite part of the hour. We're going to do our Positive Tuesday quote, and then I'm going to ask my question of the day. It is literally impossible to be grateful and stressed at the same time. Think about that. Let it soak in, okay? Right now, especially, you should be so grateful. Just your family, friends, loved ones, okay? Obviously, we all want to be successful, but right now, if you're doing pretty well, right, and you're learning about new technology and software, you're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the competition. And the excuses that I'm hearing, okay, from our competitors, from some agents, I hope it's not you all, but some people are saying, oh, it's, holiday time, it's break time. I'm going to talk about my New Year's planning goals, and I'm going to take a week off, and I'm going to go travel, or whatever the case is. This is the time to catch up and pass your competitors. So when everyone's taking it easy, you step on the gas harder, jump in, take advantage, okay? So when January 1st comes, 21, hopefully things are getting a little better in this country and in this world, you're going to be off to a great start because you worked a little harder and a little bit longer than everyone else. That's the way I look at it, okay? And I hope you are too. Okay, our question of the day. Ashley went over a case study, our annuity case study. The question is, and I hope your little fingers are on the keyboard, what was the carrier that was the clear-cut winner? The agent went on Annuity Rate Watch and solved for whichever carrier had the best income or highest income for that client. What was the name of the carrier that won? Ashley mentioned it. Whoever tells me the name of the carrier wins. Your choice. Amazon Echo, Amazon Fire Tablet, or $50 Amazon gift card. Joe, do we have a winner?
We do. Carolyn A. from Washington.
Carolyn A. from Washington, congratulations. The carrier was National Western Life. With that said, have a wonderful Positive Tuesday, a great week. I hope everyone is happy and healthy during this holiday season, and hopefully we will see you on Thursday's call. Take care and good selling.